Hey everyone, and welcome back to another episode of the Unconventional Outdoorsman. It's that time of the month again. I've got another fishing review of gear. I just picked this one up from Karl's Bait and Tackle. This is not a sponsored video. They had something called like the little soft plastics box or something. So I picked it up, and now I'm going to go over what we got in here, or what we have in here rather, if any English grammatical freaks are watching. That's my dog drinking water because he's thirsty, and he's a living organism, so he needs H2O to live. You had enough water yet? My God, you're gonna get a stomachache. My dog has grown like 8 pounds in the last week. I think he's going to be the size of like a Bigfoot or something. I need money for food. I should probably start a Patreon or something to get, you people to subscribe to, but I'm not one of those people. So, anyways, let's get into what we've got in this box. Man, it's looking pretty good. Now, with every single Karl's Bait and Tackle or Mr. Tackle box, you get like this fishing tournament thing where if you measure your fish to a certain length, you get entered into a giveaway thing. And that dude's car was loud. I don't know if you could hear it, but my door is open because it's so nice out. Okay, anyways, stop the rambling. Ethan, you sound like a crazy person. I know. Let's go over our first little conglomeration of baits. We've got a hoax fish. It's a little sample bag. I think these are all sample bags. It's a Scam Shad Full Dominion series, and it's made in USA. I fully support them, man. Anything made in the USA is good. Look at that. That's a weird looking thing. So it's pretty flat, stretchy. I love that color. It's like I don't even know what kind of color that is. It's like a watermelon mixed with like a plum with the green fleck and plum fleck mixed in, and then you've got like these ribs on the back where you can put your hook in. That's very interesting. I will definitely be making some content with these baits here. It's really interesting. I've never seen anything like that. That's interesting. So that's what we got for the hoax baits. Pretty nice. Tell you what, that's very interesting. That's something I've always noticed about Karl's. Anytime you get like a mystery box or something, it's always interesting gear, stuff that you maybe haven't fished before. Next, we've got a bag of Excite baits. Yeah, tournament-proven premium plastic lures. Shad Nasty Quicksilver. It's a swim bait. And something I've tried lately, which I've always used like a really big swim bait jig head and been bougie and spent the money, but those are expensive now that I'm realizing. So I just use like a regular offset hook or regular crappie jig head that's a little bit bigger. So this is like I would say like a green shad color, maybe like a watermelon mixed with like clear. Almost like and it's ribbed. That's really good for the fish to get, feel and get a good grip on. Some scent is good. I think the fish would like that. It's the good size. I love this size actually. I'm glad I got this size because the place I just moved to, which is a little bit farther north than I lived before here in Missouri, we've got a lot of smallmouth and stuff, and a lot of smaller creeks and smaller lakes or ponds that are better for this type of bait. So I'm excited to use those. On to the next thing. Ooh, this is a good brand. BioSpawn Exo Sticks. This is like their version of a Senko. Let's open it on up. Oh wow, so it's like a watermelon red with a green fleck and purple fleck and red fleck mixed in there. Very oily, ribbed again. I'm definitely going to use this wacky rig style because I'm a basic person and I don't have anything better to do with my fishing gear besides that. Okay, on to the next bait. We've got a Lucky John Pros Series Hama Stick. Color Wagasaki. Length 3.5 inches. There's 5 of them. Strong mackerel scent. I didn't know that bass liked mackerel. I didn't know that they ate mackerel. So if any of you biologists out there ever watch this video, please make sure you correct me that bass eat mackerel, which I didn't know. So it's little no, these are flukes. Wow. That's actually going to be pretty good for the spawn around here. I think I could catch some nice white bass and maybe do a catch and cook. So leave a comment down below and a thumbs up if you'd like to see that. Those are some nice baits. Okay, what do we have here? We've got Lunker City Fishing Specialities. This is a 6-inch slug go, AWU, 5 of them. This looks like more of a Senko style of bait. Interesting, interesting. going to try to keep this video under 8 minutes because I know I love to ramble. It's more of like a stick bait. Yeah, definitely. I think you could drop shot this and do very well in a deep reservoir or something. I'm going to the White River here this weekend. There's a really deep lake there with really large white bass. No, not white bass. Hybrid striped bass. Excuse me. But I think if I could put that on drop shot, maybe put like some 15-pound line down there, I might have some potential to catch some really nice stuff. Some really big stuff. Next, we have a Smart Baits. Ooh, it's one of those baits that changes color in the water. I've never actually owned a bag of these. So I'm really happy that I was able to get one of these. All right. It looks like this might be a swim bait also. Let's open it up and take a look. Wow, I guess that's like a new style or something, the color changing. I remember when I got into fishing, there was nothing like that. We had like Berkeley power bait, like those little spin-tail worms, and maybe like Zoom, and a few others that we could afford because we were like kids and made no money, besides shoveling driveways 3 times a year. That's a really weird bait. That looks kind of like a sucker, or like a, you know, something like that. Not Xander, what am I thinking of? A sucker type fish. I think if you like jigged that along the bottom or brought that along the bottom with a Texas rig, you'd have a pretty good potential for catching probably a drum, maybe some bass, different stuff like that. But I'm really interested to try that out. Let's see if it tells us what color that is. So it's a mixture of, it can go from blood red and blue, a mixture of those, to chartreuse and pearl. That's interesting. It's a goby. 4-inch goby is the style. I thought that's what I thought. Of course that's what I thought. I guess. I don't make any sense this time of night. I'm tired. Been at work all day. Another Smart Baits color changes everything. Looks like we have some flukes here, which any of my friends who know me, I used to be really obsessed with flukes. I used them from late April all the way into August. And I caught a lot of PBs that way. But awesome, look at that. It's like a mixture from like a watermelon, kind of like an olive color, down to like a like an orange Kool-Aid color. With the mixture of gold fleck and red fleck in there. Fluke. I love how all these baits are pretty small. Definitely gives me an opportunity to be able to catch a lot of fish where I live now. I haven't found any large lakes or ponds that are have very quality fish yet. I have to go back over where I used to live. But yeah, there's nothing left. So I think I got this for like $12, which is I'm a Karl's Club member. Hey, Karl, if you're watching this, I would love a sponsorship, buddy. But yeah, so let's see how many baits. Let's see if I can count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So that's 7 bags of baits for around $12. That's pretty good. In all honesty, I mean, I'm pretty happy with that. And if you guys would like to see any more of these unboxings, like tackle or gear unboxings, please leave a comment down below which type you'd like to see, and I'll see if we can do some. Thank you for watching, and have a wonderful Sunday.